Hoya plants are known for their sturdy nature and minimal care requirements, making them an excellent choice for both novice and experienced plant enthusiasts. Despite their easygoing nature, however, they need a certain level of care and attention to thrive. In this video, we'll explore essential care aspects for Hoya plants. Each of these factors plays a vital role in the plant's overall health, growth, and blooming. By understanding and properly implementing these care tips, you can ensure your Hoya plant thrives and rewards you with its magnificent foliage and fragrant blooms. A key factor in nurturing your Hoya plant to its full potential is providing the appropriate amount and type of light. Originating from tropical environments, Hoyas have evolved to relish plenty of light. However, the intensity, duration, and type of light exposure can profoundly impact the plant's health, growth, and ability to bloom. Hoyas are fond of light, and a bright environment is necessary to stimulate their growth. But it's not just about the intensity, the light type also matters significantly. While Hoyas thrive in bright conditions, the light they love is indirect. Direct sunlight can be harsh on these delicate beauties, leading to scorched leaves and hampering their overall health. Hence, it is crucial to find a spot where they can receive a generous amount of indirect light. Placing your Hoya near an east or west-facing window often proves ideal. Here, the plant can bask in a generous amount of morning or late afternoon light, which, while bright, isn't as intense or potentially damaging as midday sunlight. The filtered light through these windows is akin to the dappled sunlight Hoyas would receive in their native tropical rainforests, under the canopies of larger trees. If you're uncertain whether your Hoya is receiving the right amount of light, a simple shadow test can help. Place your hand between the light source and the plant. The light is likely just right if your hand casts a faint shadow on the plant. If the shadow is too sharp or almost non-existent, the light might be too intense or too weak, respectively. Excessive exposure to direct sunlight can be harmful to Hoyas. It can lead to scorched leaves, which turn yellow or brown, and take away from the plant's beauty. Even worse, intense sunlight can stress the plant, inhibiting its growth and bloom. Therefore, despite being light lovers, Hoyas are not sun-worshipping plants. If the only spot you have available is a south-facing window, which receives the harshest sunlight during the day, don't worry. There are ways to make it work. Consider using a sheer curtain or blinds to soften the sun's glare. This way, the light that reaches your Hoya is diffused, creating a more hospitable environment for your plant. You can also consider placing the plant a few feet away from the window to lessen the light intensity. Understanding the light preferences of your Hoya is a crucial aspect of its care. It needs plenty of light to flourish, but it's indirect light they truly love. Too much direct sun can harm them, but with careful positioning and use of light diffusing techniques, you can create the perfect light conditions for your Hoya to thrive. Just like every living being, plants too need water to survive. However, when it comes to Hoya plants, striking the right balance is key. Too little water can lead to wilting, while too much can lead to root rot, a common killer of indoor plants. Understanding your Hoya plant's watering needs is paramount to its health and growth. But how can you tell when to bring out the watering can? One of the simplest ways to determine whether your Hoya needs watering is to perform the touch test. Stick your finger into the soil up to the first knuckle. If the top inch of soil feels dry, it's time to water your plant. This method helps ensure you're not overwatering your Hoya, as the plant prefers to dry out slightly between waterings. It's crucial to remember that Hoya's watering needs are not static. They can change based on the season. During the cooler months, the plant's watering needs decrease. So, watering your Hoya once every 2 weeks or so should suffice during autumn and winter. On the other hand, in warmer months like spring and summer, when the plant is in its active growth phase, you may need to water it more frequently. It's often best to use water at room temperature for your Hoya. This is because sudden temperature changes can shock the plant, causing unnecessary stress. So, avoid using very cold or hot water. Using water free from harsh chemicals can also help ensure your Hoya's long-term health. Like many plants, Hoyas can be sensitive to the chlorine often found in tap water. If possible, use filtered water, or rainwater, or allow your tap water to sit out overnight before watering. This waiting period allows for the evaporation of some harmful chemicals. Watering is critical to Hoya plant care, but the more is better philosophy doesn't apply here. Instead, understanding your plant's specific needs and adjusting your watering schedule accordingly can help you cultivate a healthy and thriving Hoya. Caring for your Hoya plant extends beyond watering and light needs. It also involves providing the right foundation for growth. This is where the soil mix and the pot come into play. You can create an optimal environment for your Hoya to flourish by selecting an appropriate soil and pot. Soil plays a crucial role in plant health. It's not just a medium for the plant to anchor its roots, but also where the roots absorb water and nutrients. Being epiphytic by nature, Hoyas prefer a loose, well-draining soil mix that mimics their natural growing environment. A perfect soil mix for Hoyas should be well-draining to prevent root rot, a common issue when the plant is left in waterlogged soil. A mixture of 1 part perlite or sand, 1 part peat moss or cocoa coir, and 1 part regular potting soil often creates an ideal growing environment for Hoyas. Here's why this mix works well. Perlite or sand, these materials improve the soil's drainage and prevent compaction, allowing the roots to breathe. Peat moss or cocoa coir, these organic materials retain just enough moisture for the plant's needs and release it slowly. Regular potting soil, this provides a base medium that carries essential nutrients for the plant. By combining these materials, you can create a soil mix that balances moisture retention, drainage, and aeration, which are all vital for Hoya's health and growth. Choosing the right pot for your Hoya is as important as selecting the right soil. The pot holds the soil and the plant, and its design can significantly impact the plant's health. Hoya plants require pots with ample drainage to ensure that excess water can escape, thereby avoiding waterlogging and potential root rot. The pot should have several drainage holes at the bottom. Terracotta pots are an excellent choice for Hoya plants. The porous nature of terracotta allows the soil to dry out more quickly compared to plastic or ceramic pots, which can help prevent overwatering. Additionally, terracotta pots are relatively heavy, providing a sturdy base for Hoyas, which can become top-heavy as they grow and climb. While generally easy to care for, Hoya plants require some nutritional support to thrive. Providing the right type and amount of fertilizer can significantly enhance your Hoya's growth and flowering. The choice of fertilizer can significantly impact the health and development of your Hoya plant. While there are numerous fertilizers available on the market, not all of them will meet your Hoya's specific needs. A balanced houseplant fertilizer, preferably water-soluble, is often the best choice for Hoya plants. The term balanced refers to the nutrient ratio in the fertilizer. Ideally, you should opt for a fertilizer that offers equal parts nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, such as a 20-20-20 formulation. Here's why this balance is important. Nitrogen, N. This nutrient is essential for the growth of foliage and stems. It helps your Hoya maintain its vibrant green leaves. Phosphorus, P. Phosphorus promotes root development and enhances flowering, contributing to the beautiful blooms that Hoyas are known for. Potassium, K. This nutrient supports overall plant health, boosting immunity and improving disease resistance. As a general rule, you should fertilize your Hoya plant once a month during the growing season, typically spring and summer. During this time, your Hoya is actively growing and needs extra nutrients to support its growth. In contrast, Hoya's growth tends to slow during winter. As such, you should refrain from fertilizing during this period. Over-fertilizing when the plant is not in active growth can lead to a buildup of salts in the soil, which can potentially harm your plant. The right fertilizer can significantly contribute to its overall health and aesthetic appeal. While Hoya plants are generally resistant to many plant diseases, they can sometimes fall prey to common houseplant pests such as mealybugs, spider mites, and aphids. Ensuring your Hoya plant remains pest-free is crucial to its overall health and longevity. Proactive pest control begins with regular inspection of your Hoya plant. Being vigilant about spotting the early signs of a pest infestation can make a huge difference in your plant's health. In your routine checks, look for any abnormalities on the plant. This could include changes in the leaves' color, texture, or health. Pay close attention to the undersides of the leaves and the stem joints, as these are common places for pests to hide. If you notice a sticky residue on the leaves or nearby surfaces or see tiny bugs, cottony white masses, web-like structures, or any unusual spots or discoloration, these could be signs of a pest infestation. If you detect a pest infestation, taking immediate action to control it is important. Luckily, several natural methods can effectively combat these pests without harsh chemicals. A gentle but effective method to remove pests is by washing the plant with a mild soap solution. Mix a few drops of dish soap in a bowl of lukewarm water. Dip a soft cloth or sponge in the solution and gently wipe the leaves, focusing on the undersides. This should dislodge and kill many of the pests. Neem oil is another excellent natural option for pest control. It's a plant-based oil with natural insecticidal properties. Mix a few drops of neem oil with water and spray it on the affected areas of your Hoya plant. Remember to do a patch test first to ensure your plant doesn't have a negative reaction to the oil. Remember, whenever you detect an infestation, isolate the affected plant from your other houseplants to prevent the pests from spreading. Pruning your Hoya plant does more than maintain its size. It also encourages a bushier growth pattern and promotes overall plant health. However, knowing when and how to prune is key. The best time to prune your Hoya plant is in the spring or early summer, when the plant is actively growing. Avoid pruning in the late fall or winter, as the plant's slower growth during these periods may delay recovery. Always use a sharp, clean pair of pruning shears or scissors. Cut just above a node, where the leaf meets the stem, and try to maintain the plant's natural shape. It's also important to take care not to remove the peduncles, the small stalks where the flowers bloom. These structures can produce flowers for many years, and removing them will reduce the plant's ability to bloom. Hoya plants are known for being easy to propagate, making expanding your plant family simple. The most common method of propagation is through stem cuttings. Look for a healthy stem on your Hoya plant, ideally with 2 to 3 pairs of leaves. Using a clean, sharp tool, cut just below a node. This will give you a stem cutting with at least 2 nodes, crucial for new root growth. Once you have your cutting, you can choose to root it in water or directly in soil. If rooting in water, place the cut end of the stem in a jar of water, ensuring the nodes are submerged but the leaves aren't touching the water. Change the water regularly, and once you see a healthy root system developing, you can plant your cutting in soil. If you prefer to root directly in soil, plant the cut end of your cutting in a pot with well-draining soil, ensuring at least one node is beneath the soil surface. Keep the soil lightly moist until you see new growth, indicating that the cutting has successfully rooted. With these tips in mind, pruning and propagation can be simple yet rewarding aspects of Hoya plant care. Taking care of a Hoya plant can be a rewarding experience, given their beautiful foliage and fascinating blooms. With the tips and techniques in this guide, you are well equipped to ensure that your Hoya plant thrives and adds a natural beauty to your living space.